This portion of the news is brought to you by your Tri-State Volkswagen dealers, www.tristatevw.com.
It is all over the internet, a trick that lets just about anyone with very little training actually pick locks, from padlocks to the lock that might be right on your front door. So what can you do to make sure your locks are safe? Here's Peter Thorne with tonight's Fact Finders report.
You might be amazed to learn that millions of locks on houses, apartments, even padlocks can be opened in a snap if you know the trick. And the trick is being told and being sold all over the internet. Now security experts warning the public about something every crook already knows: the value of a bump key. There's two ways to open a lock: bumping and grinding. Grinding we all know about. It's what you do when you need a new key. You go to your local locksmith and he'll cut a brand new one. But bumping, that's the new thing, getting big attention, and it's got security experts alarmed.
Bumping is a technique that you can very rapidly open about 95% of the pin tumbler locks in the world with essentially no skill, no tools, and no time.
And you do it with one of these. These are bump keys, a lockpicker's best friend. I ordered half a dozen in seconds over the internet. They exploit a weakness designed into millions of common locks. Online, we found clip after clip meant mostly for hobbyists, but teaching anyone how to bump open a lock, like this guy.
Hi, my name is Tyler, and I'm going to show you how to make and use a bump key. All right, so here's the finished key. It doesn't look wonderful, but it works.
Here's how one looks up close. Bump keys, which before the internet only locksmiths could get a hold of easily, are specially cut to trick the tumblers inside almost any lock and make them open in a snap. I got a first-hand demonstration.
This is the bump key that opens this lock. Oh, one time and it's open. Now, do y'all think that's security? I don't. It's not magic. The public needs to understand their risk.
And who is he? Mark Weber Tobias literally wrote the book on locks, safes, and security. This 1,400-page textbook used by law enforcement around the world. He warns if you don't know about bump keys, you're a sitting duck, because the criminals know.
The criminal element has known about this for quite a while. This is nothing new.
So what can you do to keep your home, apartment, or business safe? We'll tell you that in a second. But first, I had to see for myself just how easy it really is to bump open a lock.
Try this one, because this one takes, it's because
you put a little pressure on it?
Well, yeah, there's two ways of doing it.
It took me about 7 minutes, but I learned the trick.
You got to let it set there.
Boom. And to prove I really did it, I did it again, seconds later. Tobias is pushing legislation to ban bump keys being shipped through the mail, like the ones I got, which he says right now is legal. And in the meantime,
I perceive this as a serious threat. It involves everybody. Now, what they ought to do is talk to their locksmith or go buy better locks. They can fix the problem.
So what do a couple of real-life New York City locksmiths think of this bumping brouhaha? We showed them our tape of Tobias demonstrating how easily it's done.
He was right on the money about pretty much everything he said.
He's not saying anything new. What he's talking about has been around for years.
Basically any kind of pin lock like that, it's old type of technology, and people have learned how to get around it by now.
She recommends anyone concerned about bumping ask their locksmith for a high security lock from Medico, Mul-T-Lock, Maiwa, or Schlage. So far, they're pretty much bump proof. So again, if you're concerned, just go to your local locksmith and ask for a high security lock. They do cost more than regular ones, but what price do you put on your own peace of mind? Now, if you want to see this story again, or if you've got a story you think Fact Finders should pursue, please visit our website, cw11.com/factfinders.
Conservative radio